Sorry about that, babe.
Alright guys, what's up? We're back with another pickups video. This time we're going to be taking a look at a lot of stuff that I got over the course of late October, most of November, and some of December. A lot of this stuff came around Black Friday, so got some good deals on a lot of this stuff. And a couple of these things actually, like I said, were purchased back in like October and didn't arrive in time for the last pickups video. We'll get into that more as we get along. We're going to be doing, obviously, mostly retro stuff, but there's going to be a couple newer things. And you know what? I'm going to go back to including movies and shit that I get as well. So, first we're going to start off with... Actually, I'll put this over here. I think that's... Oh, wait, no. I'm going to put it over here, because then I'm going to edit stuff here. So we got Dragon Ball Season 3 on DVD. I'm still a heathen. I've never watched all of Dragon Ball. I'm more of a Dragon Ball Z guy, and I've been meaning to kind of go back and really watch Dragon Ball. I watched about half of Season 1 at some point, and I remember getting sidetracked, and I just stopped. Not that I didn't like it. In fact, in many ways, it's actually more intriguing, you know, because at this point of the series with a lot of these characters, they're not as powerful. So it's like, obviously, Master Roshi is a beast right here, so excited to get that. I think there's 5 seasons. I have Season 1, 2, and 3. I plan on starting to watch this in the new year. I'm trying to have some resolutions beyond just gaming. I could always fit an episode of fucking Dragon Ball in here and there, you know what I mean? They're short enough, so happy to get that. Pretty decent shape. Got a good deal too on eBay. It was cheaper than just about everywhere else that I found it, so I'm happy with that. What should we get to next? I'm thinking that we will... Okay, you know what? I'll just dive right into it. So this is not going to be shown on camera, but I got a modded Sega Saturn off of eBay. It is modded, it's region free. It is originally a Japanese console. It's the white grayish color. Came with a controller, but I'm not using that one to play right now. The console is modded, again, region free. The internal battery thing has been replaced, so each time you turn it on, you still have to set the clock and stuff if you want, but there's no reason to because it keeps dying. There is no battery for that. The person that modded it set it up so you could just save your games to it, and apparently the battery will last like 30 to 40 years as is without having to use a like a backup RAM cartridge. And the kicker is it was modded with, I don't remember the name of it, it's a very popular thing for Sega Saturn, where you could play burned games. Now, for those of you that know me, I don't like having anything reproduction in my collection whatsoever, whether it be boxes, or manuals, or games. However, I make exceptions for games that never came out in America, ROM hacks, and translations, because if I could play that on original hardware, I will. I'd rather do that than do it on an emulator. So I'll get there. But I picked up with my Amazon rewards a Sega Saturn Retrobit white wireless controller. I actually got this, I think, before I picked out which console I was getting. It actually worked out because it matches the console. I don't know if you guys could see. Yes, you can. Just by my face is my normal Sega Saturn that's connected to my CRT. Now it's connected through audio video. I don't think it's S-video, just regular AV, because I moved my SCART cable over here to record footage from my new Saturn. But again, got a modded Sega Saturn. Got this sick controller. It's working pretty well so far. Highly recommended. I recommend the 8BitDo controllers for most of the other systems. I don't know if they make a Saturn one though, so I got this one by Retrobit, and it's really good. Feels great, works great. Haven't had any problems yet. Now, the main reason why I got that, I have a decent Saturn collection. I have like the 3, I have Shining Wisdom, Shining the Holy Ark, Shining Force 3, and a couple of other good ones like Blazing Heroes, Clockwork Knight, Legend of Oasis, Resident Evil, and then, you know, some kind of filler titles here and there, and a few Japanese games. I don't collect for it as much because it's very fucking expensive. You know, really the only reason that I got this console, because again, I'm not going out there to buy, like, I don't want to get, what's an expensive game, like Panzer Dragoon Saga? Oh, honestly, maybe I will get it just because it's so fucking expensive to buy the real version. I do want to play it at some point, but I wouldn't consider that part of the collection. It's literally just to play. And I'm an idiot and I prefer to play stuff on real hardware as opposed to emulation. Anyway, the reason why I bought this console is for this. Everything's in a reflective case, so I apologize. This is Shining Force 3. Now again, I have the retail release, but what this is, let's try to get it closer to the camera. Not the best thing. You can sort of see there. This is Scenario 1, 2, 3 and Premium Disc translated. I've been waiting forever to fucking play this on real hardware, and I finally can. And as of the time of this recording, it's Christmas Eve, and I'm almost at the end of Chapter 1 of Scenario 1. So basically what this is a compilation of all the things that we got, or we didn't get, Japan got. We only got Scenario 1 translated in America. We didn't get 2, 3, or Premium Disc. We missed out on 60 plus hours of Shining Force 3 content. It's been translated for quite some time. Apparently it's been translated very well. And the reason why I didn't play the retail release yet, I probably will at some point just because I'm such a fan of the series and I'm going to replay it. I'm playing this version because apparently the translated version of this is much better. Not only from the dialogue, but apparently they cut some stuff from the Japanese version before it came over to America. So I don't know how much extra content is in here, but I figured, you know what? My first playthrough, I want to experience almost everything that I can. And I will say, I'm about, I don't know, like what, 4 hours into it? I grinded the first battle for about 45 minutes to an hour. Like 4 hours into it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. The controls and the perspectives take a little bit to get used to, moving to the 3D sort of isometric. You can fuck with the camera here and there, but it's a little bit different compared to the old games. But I am very much enjoying it. The translation project, I'm assuming, is great because I'm pretty gripped by the story and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm very, very intrigued by it. I cannot wait to continue this. Really anticipating Scenario 2, 3, Premium Disc, even 1. I don't know anything about this game. I held off for so many fucking years, guys, from watching anything. I wanted no spoilers. I never watched anybody beat it. Never watched speedrun, never watched challenge run, nothing. So I'm using a little bit of a guide here and there for this game, but for the most part, this is a completely fresh, blind experience, and I'm really fucking enjoying it. Super happy to add that to the collection. Okay, what to move on next? Do we continue on with, you know what, let's continue on with more Shining stuff, shall we? So if anybody follows me on Instagram, I posted this the other day. This is Shining Force Gaiden for the Sega Game Gear. Only came out in Japan. This particular version has not been localized whatsoever. I think somebody started a project for it, but they ended up not finishing it. However, you can play a updated translated version of this on Shining Force CD. It is Book 1. This is complete in box, in pretty good shape. My goal is to get everything Shining. I'm talking English, Japanese. I'll probably dip out if there's any PAL versions. But if I can get NTSC-U and NTSC-J for everything, that's my goal. I'm obviously might skimp out on a couple strategy, like I don't need like a Japanese strategy guide for Shining Tears or something, but I'm trying to get every game and most of the strategy guides that are at least unique. That's my collecting goal for the Shining series, so I'm very happy to add this. Got this on eBay for a pretty decent price. And I recently played through Shining Force CD, which probably won't be up on my channel by the time this gets up, but if it is, enjoy, and if it's not up, wait for it. It's pretty sick. And probably above even the Shining Force 3, my favorite thing that I got Shining related. I'll save that for last. I forgot I got a couple more things. I'll just bulk show these. We got strategy guides here for Shining Force EXA on the PS2. Shining Tears, aforementioned, also on the PS2. And Shining Force Neo, also on the PS2. Yes, I will be getting to these games at some point on the channel. They're not high priorities at this point, but I would like to get to at least one of them in 2022. I have so many fucking games to play, guys, that, you know, I'm not in like a super duper hurry for it, but I will get to them, I promise. At the very least, if you don't get a playthrough, you'll get a review for them. Alright, I almost forgot that that was not the only Shining stuff that we got. We got more. Okay, so, much like with the strategy guides, we have a Shining Force EXA, complete in box for the PS2. Got this on eBay for a pretty good price. Happy with it. It's funny because, you know, everything's been inflated. Obviously, everything in the country is inflated right now, but the video game market is just as inflated, if not more, than everything else. I remember passing up on all these Shining Force games at conventions years ago because I thought, nah, I probably don't really want to play them. Well, I regretted it. Probably could have saved myself about 50, 60 bucks across the board, but it is what it is. And also, Shining Tears, which you guys saw the strategy guide for. It actually still has the, it's opened obviously, but it has that on top, which is pretty cool. I'll always keep that on there if I can. Also, complete in box. I will say, to be honest with you, that out of the 3 PS2 games that I have, Shining Tears, Shining Force Neo, and EXA, that, I don't know. These 2 look a little bit better than Shining Force Neo to me. To be honest with you, Shining Tears looks like it's the best one, but I'm just going off of what I'm seeing, so I haven't really played them yet, obviously. And let's get to the last Shining pickup, a little bit of a teaser. Also, if you follow my Instagram, you've already seen this. I found this Game Players Retro Gaming Magazine on eBay for a pretty good price. And some of you might be thinking, oh, yeah, that's cool, right? You know, I collect guides and magazines, I have a lot of Nintendo powers. Also, I have a few old Game Pros and stuff like that. But why did I buy this? Well, if you're reading it, you can pretty much see why. I bought it for the 24-page Shining Force hint book. It was still intact and mint as fuck. I've been chasing this hint book, which isn't so much of a hint book, rather it's a Ultimate Strategy Series battle guide. Here it is. This came in that magazine. I'm going to do a deep dive on this on the channel. I know it's probably not going to get that much traction, but I feel like it should be properly shown and gone over. I'll give a quick little ditty there. Shows like overviews of the battlefields, characters, some bosses, some secrets. It's really fucking cool. It's very small. It doesn't show you all the battles, but honestly, it's super fucking cool. It's, to my knowledge, the only strategy guide for Shining Force 1 or 2 that exists in English. It was actually like released. All the other guides that I found are all Japanese. So to have this, I'm super excited. I gotta get like a backboard for it. It's in great shape. I carefully pulled all the staples out to get it out. It was very tough to get that, I'm telling you. I actually cut myself on a staple doing it, but you know what? For the sake of the guide, I'll take the cut. There's lots of really weird stuff in here too. Like, a lot of the names aren't right at all, so I'm wondering if it was like before the game really came out. You'll see. I'll go over it more later. Stay tuned. Super, super stoked to add this to the collection. In fact, I must make sure that this does not get damaged. Alright, let's get into a couple of, I guess, oddball things real quick. These are 2 games that I had no desire to pick up this month. Or not this month, but over the last few months, but it happened. So long story short, I made a purchase on Mercari, and the seller sent me the wrong game. And there was just tons of mix-ups. It was a very, very painful process. A game that I should have got, you know, within 5 to 7 days ended up not getting to me for almost a month. There was just tons of fucking mix-ups, man. Tons of delays. And as such, there was 2 different problems, and that's why I have 2 different games here for you. I don't want to get into the problems too much, but the seller tried to make it up for me by giving me... He gave me a game for free, and then, because of another fuck-up, he gave me a discount. So, the first was I got Puzzle. Can't really see it here. Or not Puzzle, Pyramid, excuse me. It is an unlicensed, what is it, American Video Entertainment? I can't remember the name of the company. The black cartridges on the Nintendo comes with the manual as well. It's a pretty interesting puzzle game. That's probably why I said puzzle. Nothing special, just a game that I didn't have. He gave me a good price on it. I think I got it for like $5 with the manual. On eBay, it was going for well over 10 with the manual, so I was like, eh, whatever, fuck it. And then this next game is a fairly common NES game that somehow I never got, even with my huge lot. I was really surprised that it wasn't in my collection. This one I got for free because he flubbed something else up. I know. Lots of flubs, guys. And that's Cabal. Milton Bradley game on the NES. One that I've never really played before, but again, I'm kind of to the point with the NES. If I can get a game that I don't have and it's like super duper cheap, or in this case free, I will gladly do it. And that's why I got it. I had no desire to actually seek it out, but it happened upon me because of some mishaps from the seller, so I will take it. And now to get to the thing that I actually bought from the seller. that I ended up getting dead last, and that's Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, complete in box. Actually, no, it was actually just a box copy. So the reason I got this was just for the box, to be honest with you. It's a little bit of damage down there, but not too big of a deal. The box is in great structural shape, and it's, you know, one of the games other than RPGs. I want to get like the Donkey Kong games in the box. I currently have 1 and 2 complete in box. I just need the box for number 1 now. Or excuse me, I had 2 and 3. I just need the box for number 1. I already had the manual for this. I already had the cartridge. I already flipped my double of the cartridge on eBay. So when all was said and done, I ended up getting this box and 2 Nintendo games for like 20 bucks. I'm happy with that. Yeah, never actually played this one, believe it or not. I beat the first one. I played quite a bit of the second one, but I never got to this one yet. I'm a chronological order guy, so unless I specifically beat stuff, and then I'm also really weird, as you've probably seen by my YouTube, if I beat stuff 5, 6, 7 years ago, I'll be like, oh, I gotta go back and play it now before I can play the next one. It's a weird trait of mine. But anyway, very happy to add this to the collection. And that actually reminds me, you know, there's another pickup that I got, but to be honest with you guys, I pretty much just bought it to flip. I found like a pretty good Dreamcast slot on Mercari. I kept a controller and I kept a memory card and like one disc-based game, and I flipped everything else because I knew that I could make like an easy like $60 to $70 profit on it. So I did that. The one game that I decided to keep was Grandia on the Dreamcast, Grandia 2 to be specific, but it was disc only. So I ended up flipping my disc. It's actually still available on eBay if you want to go buy it. It's pretty cheap. It's got to be the cheapest one on eBay right now. Check it out. So I got a complete in box copy of Grandia 2. It's missing the soundtrack, unfortunately. But my idea and my thinking here was RPG. I want it complete. Obviously it doesn't have the soundtrack, but as long as it has the case, box, manual, in the game, I'm cool. And yeah, I wanted to flip Grandia 2 disc only on eBay to kind of offset some losses and kind of get this for a good price, and that was the goal. So this is kind of from that thing that I mentioned, but not quite at the same time. I've never played the Grandia games. I actually did have Grandia 1 on PlayStation 1 and I sold it like a moron. I don't remember if I sold it because I moved 10 years ago or if I sold it just to sell it, but it's like double the price of what I sold it for now. So in order to get it back, it's going to be quite expensive. Yes, I know it's been HD remastered on Steam and the Switch, but I want to own the real versions. Anyway, Grandia 2, upgraded it, selling the disc version. Check it out on eBay if it's still up there. As of now, it still is. Excited to get to this series at some point. Okay, and now we have a couple more retro games, then we got modern stuff. We're going to end with some modern. So first, we have Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which is Shin Megami Tensei 3 on the PlayStation 2. The Megami Tensei series is one that I have not gone into. It intrigues me way more than Persona, mostly because I feel like this is the non-high school version of Persona, I guess you could say. From all the reading I did, these Shin Megami Tensei games seem to be sort of like demonic Pokemon. Like you recruit demons and shit to play on your team and fight with you. And honestly, the whole aspect of it seems very, very intriguing to me. And it's also surprising. A lot of these Shin Megami Tensei games and the Persona games on the PS2 are really cheap. And you can get brand new versions of them for really cheap. This was actually brand new. Obviously I had no intention to keep it sealed. So I opened it, the disc was flopping around inside too, which is fucked up. But from what I heard, people say that this is the best one. This was HD remastered on the Switch and stuff, and PS4, maybe Xbox? Definitely the PS4 and the Switch. But I heard that it's really not that great. Like, you're almost better off playing this version. I'd rather have this version, to be honest with you. I might get the other one later on at some point, if I enjoy it, of course. Hopefully I enjoy it, because you'll see something else soon. But I am intrigued to start this series, and yes, I am an old fogey. I will go back and I will play Megami Tensei on the Famicom and go from there. And the last retro thing I got was a trade with Jimmy. It is a slightly beat up labeled copy of Pokemon Ruby, but I don't really give a fuck about that. From my knowledge, everything seems to work just fine with it. I did not have this. I had Emerald and Sapphire, and now I got this to complete my Gen 3. They aren't complete in the box or anything, it's just card only. I really have no desire to collect anything Pokemon beyond Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. Those are the only generations that I really care about. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Pokemon Sword and Shield. I know a lot of people didn't. I'm not actively collecting for any other Pokemon stuff. That's what I'll leave it at that. I would love to get the boxes and the manuals for red, blue, and yellow. That's kind of like a low-key collecting goal of mine, but pretty expensive these days. So anyway, thank you, Jimmy. I traded him some Nintendo games. I think I traded him Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle, Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge, and Goonies 2. So believe it or not, it's actually like pretty much an equal trade as far as value goes on the eBays. I'll be doing a playthrough of these at some point. I might just do Emerald though. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe in my own spare time if I want to complete my Pokedex. Obviously I'll play Ruby and Sapphire in addition to that, but thank you, Jimmy. Excited to get to this one day. The only versions of these that I played Alpha Sapphire in the 3DS, and I really enjoyed it actually, so Gen 3, it gets a thumb up in my book. Okay, now we got some modern stuff. I'm gonna save, spoiler, the Switch stuff for last. Something that hasn't arrived yet, that I managed to get my hands on, something that's very desirable, and has been locked behind bundles and paywalls, if you could even find it, for quite some time. But I found it. I found it without a bundle. I found it without a paywall, and it's on my way to me right now. It should be here in about 4 or 5 days, I think, if the tracking is correct. And that is a Sony PS5, baby. And why did I want a PS5 when I have a really good gaming PC? Well, exclusives. And specifically, I'll get to it in a bit, but I picked up the Neo collection on eBay. This is Neo 1 and 2, and apparently it is upgraded graphically and performance-wise from the PS4 versions, which I already own. And I also had Neo on PC. I heard that Neo 2 on PC is not as good as this version, so that's why I got it, basically. I also really enjoy playing Souls and Souls-like games on console on the couch. My last playthrough of Neo was last year around this time, actually, on PC. It ran perfectly fine. My first playthrough of Neo was on PS4. It also ran perfectly fine, but apparently this looks and is upscaled more and runs better, so I'm super excited. I've yet to play Neo 2. I heard Neo 2 is fucking amazing. Since I'm an idiot, I'll probably end up starting with Neo again. I really like Neo. Low-key, actually, I love Neo. But I've never played the New Game Plus cycles, and most of the people that love Neo are all about the New Game Plus, whatever the fuck they're called. They have like specific names for each cycle. Great game though. If you guys haven't played it, if you like challenge at all, if you're into the Souls game, this is like a combo of Souls, broad Souls, you know, not necessarily just Dark Souls, like the Soulsborne genre. It's a mixture of that, a mixture of Ninja Gaiden, the modern Ninja Gaidens, and Diablo. There's a heavy loot system, very high emphasis on New Game Plus cycles, a lot of fun. If you're into it, there's a lot of story. I'm not a huge fan of the story though. I typically skip through it, which I don't do often. I just care about, I love the way it looks, I love the combat, the fluidity. I love the, you know, farming for items and stuff like that. And I heard Neo 2 blows one out of the water, so I'm super excited. But one of the main reasons I got the PS5, I got it honestly so I could play Elden Ring on the couch, to be honest with you. But this was a huge selling point for me, to be honest with you, and that's the Demon Souls remake by Blue Point. I got this with a coupon on GameStop. I ended up getting it for like 20 bucks shipped or something like that. This will probably be the first thing that I play when I get my PS5. I should have enough time to beat this before Elden Ring comes out, to be honest with you. I just realized I didn't get the sticker off of there. What's up with GameStop, by the way? I buy shit new, it's not sealed anymore. Has anybody encountered that? The first copy of this I got was not only not sealed, the disc was flopping around and there was like dings and cuts all over my fucking box. So I requested a reorder, and it still wasn't sealed. Is that what they do now? They just don't seal shit? I don't know. If anybody has had any experience with that recently, let me know. But anyway, PS5 exclusive, wah wah. But Demon Souls is the one game out of the modern From Software library that I've only played once. The main reason was because I didn't have my PS3 hooked up often. And to be honest with you, it is my least favorite out of Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro. But the remake looks fucking amazing. And the fact that it's going to be in 60 FPS without some weird PC hack, which I did do, by the way, with the PS3 emulator. Anyway, I digress. I will probably be playing this next week. So I will not be recording this. I will not be doing anything for it. I'm going to be enjoying this on my own. That's how I choose to enjoy my Souls games, for the first playthroughs at least, which for the remake, this will be my first playthrough. And let's finish up this month's pickups with some Switch games. Lord knows when I'll get to these. Most of these were just straight up Black Friday deals. They were on insane deals. Couldn't pass them up. First, we're gonna start with Bravely Default 2, which is a Switch RPG. I own Bravely Default on the 3DS and I never played it, so obviously I haven't played this one either. But I do plan on getting to them at some point, so I figured, fuck it, I'll grab this. The deal I got in this was nuts. I got it for like $15 shipped same day. Did you know that GameStop utilizes DoorDash to deliver video games? It was the weirdest shit. I had some promo for it and it got delivered same day, free shipping, and I had a coupon and it was on sale, so it was literally just $15. Can't beat that. Next, we have So let me preface this by saying, if I bought it on Amazon, I could have saved $10. The reason I didn't buy these on Amazon is because I had no balance on my Target Red card, and I figured why not just fucking put it on there, build your credit score, whatever. You know, you pay for it basically a month later because of your statements. But Target obviously had a bunch of Black Friday deals. I got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Probably should have done it separately so I could put the graphics up, but I'll just do some dual graphic situations. So Xenoblade Chronicles I have on the 3DS, never played it. Very intrigued by it, looks like a great game. Fire Emblem Three Houses I've been on the fence about for quite some time, mostly because, as I stated, I don't like relationship shit. So the whole Harry Potter fucking wizard school crap they got going on in here doesn't really intrigue me, but at the end of the day, it's a Fire Emblem game. I love strategy RPGs. I enjoy Fire Emblem, so I'll just get it. And it was a pretty good price. And it's funny, everything that I said, because we're going to go into the next game, which is, you know, sort of in the same vein, in a sense. And that is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Encore for the Nintendo Switch. This originally came out on the Wii U. I passed up on it then because I am not into Persona, and if memory serves, this is Persona mixed with Fire Emblem. So the main reason I got it is I'm trying to broaden my horizons with modern JRPGs. I recently started playing Tales of Arise, which is probably going to take a major backseat now with my PS5 and Christmas coming up tomorrow. But I mildly enjoyed it. Obviously I enjoy the Fire Emblem series, so you still got that strategy RPG element. And I'm trying to soften my stance on Persona, at least give it sort of a chance, even if it's a mixture of this, or even if it's Shin Megami Tensei, which it emerged from. I got this for crazy cheap. It was in some section at Target that was like 20 and below, and it had no price tag on it, and it scanned for like 40. I think this is like a $40 game typically. But Target decided to honor it for me, so I got it for 20 bucks. Couldn't pass up on that. The sad part is, guys, Dragon Quest Builders 2? Or 1? I don't remember. Whatever one, probably 2, was in there as well, and I would have got it for $20, which is also a good deal. And I love Dragon Quest, so anything Dragon Quest I would have been in on. But guess what? When they scanned it, they said they couldn't sell it to me. There was something in their system that said, you can't sell this game, which is really weird because it's like, why is it out there then? So unfortunately for me, they wouldn't sell it to me. Really odd. And then they grabbed them all off the shelf, and who knows what they did with them. Hopefully they didn't fucking throw them in the garbage. That'd be fucking stupid. But anyway, happy to get that for a good deal. I will get to it someday. I'm gonna start gaming more on my Switch in the new year as a resolution. One of my gaming resolutions. And the last pickup of the month, it was a pretty good deal. I got the Steelbook edition on sale. I was glad that I waited, but if I waited another 5 days, I would have got the regular version of this for $15 cheaper. Ooh, it hurts, but I'll take the Steelbook. And that is Shin Megami Tensei 5, which recently came out. 4 came out on the 3DS, so I still don't have that one. I hope to get that at some point, but 5 recently came out, and I'll be honest with you guys, the graphics aren't amazing, but this game looks fucking good. And you know what I've heard? I heard this game is really hard. And you know what? I like challenge in my games, especially in my RPGs. So I'm super excited to get into this. If it wasn't for my PS5, purchase and it coming so soon, this was going to be the next game that I played, like off camera, off YouTube, whatever you want to say. But since I'm getting my PS5, it's going to be Demon Souls. But I think after Demon Souls, I want to play this. I'm super duper into the aesthetic of this and just everything that has to offer. Very excited for it. So anyways, guys, those are my pickups over the last basically 2 months. Lots of Black Friday deals, a couple of gifts and stuff like that, things that I got for free with my Amazon rewards. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the pickups video. As always, if you have, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to guess that I will probably have another pickups video maybe at the end of January, kind of wrapping up the things that I got in December that haven't arrived yet, things that I get on Christmas, and then whatever normal pickups that I do get. It's going to be smaller than this video due to the nature of Black Friday. You know, obviously I was able to get like probably like what? Fucking 5, like all these Switch games I probably got for the price of 2 or 3, for example. So that's the reason why there's so much more quantity. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Take care. Stay tuned for more retro content. Thank you so much for all the support. Merry Christmas, even though this is coming out after Christmas, I'm sure. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys soon.